Good afternoon.
Good
Almost.
afternoon. So my name is Austin Whitsitt from Orange County. I'd like to thank you guys for the opportunity to speak today. So I'm here to discuss a matter that concerns not only the integrity of our institutions, but also the education and future of our children. As the rocket launch capital of the world, as it was put earlier, we must demand greater transparency and honesty from NASA, especially regarding the information and interactions they have with students in our county schools. This is especially true when the activities of NASA are being utilized as a primary factor of decisions made by the board. NASA has, of course, been actively engaging with our community, particularly through activities at Kennedy Space Center, as well as interactions with our children in school, highlighted in a Florida Today article, Brevard students participate in astronaut training. So, while such initiatives are commendable in principle, there are serious concerns about the accuracy and legitimacy of the information being presented, especially to children. It's come to our attention that these astronauts may be engaging in deceptive practices. For example, multiple instances have been documented where objects are consistently seen dropping in free fall on the ISS, which is of course allegedly in zero-G environment. Forensics video analysis has been conducted and subsequently proven that the physics observed in these videos are consistent with that observed in zero-G plane flights and gravity environments on Earth. It is thus scientifically impossible they were actually filmed in space. Further, such analysis has revealed the use of augmented reality, overlays, harnesses, video manipulation, as well as consistent communication delays, inconsistent. These anomalies raise legitimate and important questions about the authenticity of the space activities portrayed by NASA. Furthermore, these concerns are not being addressed openly. When citizens attempt to raise these issues, particularly through online platforms, the comment sections are often turned off, stifling public discourse in direct violation of First Amendment rights. As a public entity, NASA has a responsibility to maintain open channels for communication and accountability. This effectively amounts to the children in our county schools being actively propagandized, while there exists an outright suppression of the public's ability to redress grievances. In this country, we do not allow our government to forcibly indoctrinate and propagandize our children through the public education system by outright prohibiting open dialogue and freedom of information. This is America, not North Korea. Our children are being taught to trust and look up to these astronauts. They deserve to receive accurate and honest information. I urge the board to stand for transparency and accountability, as well as the Constitution, certainly when it comes to speaking to our children. They have refused, or NASA must address the allegations openly, directly, and with specificity, providing concrete evidence to dispel these concerns or launch transparent disclosure. They have refused to do this for years, rather worked with big tech to hide behind a wall of suppression and censorship. If there is nothing to hide, why are they hiding? You can also go to Audit NASA to
Thank you very much. Your time's up.
To look into the investigation.
Justin Harvey.
Try to shave 10 seconds off for my antics here. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Justin. I live at 103 South Osceola, Orlando 32801. Good morning, Commissioners. Today I come here asking for your help, but first a little backstory. I think we all remember the Challenger explosion that took place in 1986 that tragically took the lives of all 7 astronauts on board. It launched not too far from where we're standing here today. Well, the interesting thing is, a couple decades later, this thing called the internet came about, and someone allegedly found almost all of those astronauts alive and well, many using the same exact names. As you can see here, we have Challenger astronaut Judith Resnick, and also Judith Resnick, Yale law professor. Michael J. Smith, the pilot of the Challenger astronaut, and also professor at University of Wisconsin, now retired Michael J. Smith. Commander Dick Scobie, who is now president of Cows and Trees. Now, if you'll notice, they all have the exact same faces 30 some odd years later, the same exact name, and they are the same age. Now, we all have a doppelganger out there, right? No big deal. But to have the same face, the same age, and the same exact name is extremely rare. So rare, I could only find one case in the last 120 years. And we're supposed to believe that 3 people from one spaceflight have exact lookalikes that have the same age and same exact names. This, ladies and gentlemen, is beyond statistically impossible. Ms. Resnick was questioned at Yale by a journalist, and she panicked and ran from the camera. Why? Mr. Michael J. Smith was also questioned, and he said, yeah, we look alike, but that's not me. You can see both of these exchanges in a film called Level with Me, and you can be the judge. Mr.
Sir, I'm going to
Scobie
have
not only has...
I'm going to have to stop.
Sir, this is
you.
a public comment.
I know what it is, sir. I'm very familiar with the public comment.
Okay.
And part of the public comment is that you're only allowed to address things that we have jurisdiction over. We have no
I have a direct request at the end of this that is in your purview,
Sir?
sir, please.
Time.
I do. Can we hold the time, please? I have a direct request that...
Listen to me
Okay.
very carefully. Mr. Richardson, would you give an opinion in regards to this, please?
Yes, public comment is reserved for issues or topics that are under the jurisdiction or control of the county commission or that are relevant to the business of the county commission. So if your request at the end is going to explain why that falls into any of this, make that request now before you continue.
Absolutely. So as I was saying, I'll just end it with what I was ending with. But the ask is that Ms. Pritchett, who knows very well about questioning science, whether it be COVID or fluoride, I'm just asking you all to question the science here. Your Goodson and Pritchett, your district covers the Kennedy Space Center. This launched from the Kennedy Space Center. You have the ability to help me in sounding the alarm and asking the federal government for help. If this is contained in your area, I should be able to at least address something that happened here. Don't you agree?
That's not within the jurisdiction or authority of the county commission.
Thank you very much.
Will you let me finish for at least 10
No,
seconds?
sir, you're finished. Thank you.
Thank you for taking away my freedom of speech today in here.
I did not take away your freedom of speech.
Yes, you did.
I don't want to hear it from you
Just
people
because this
down
is an
here.
uncomfortable
Stop.
topic?
Officers, please remove this man from the room.
You just violated the First Amendment.
I didn't violate the First
No,
Amendment. He
didn't.
violated the
This
rules.
is a limited public
There's-
forum, and the meeting is for the purpose of the business of the county commission. It's not for this purpose.
Now,
Thank
if you want to go too, take him out too. Officer, take him out also.
Everyone just calm down. They can leave willingly.
NASA is not our jurisdiction, sir.
You violated the First Amendment, my brother.
Thank you very much for your opinion.
Yeah, maybe kept reading it out again.
These astronauts are alive, by the way. Look it up. You can't have three doppelgangers. You can't. Same face, same name, same age. It's impossible. Look it up. Statistically impossible.
Palm Point Behavioral Center's right down the street. That's where I suggest you go.
Just because you think this is a mental problem, I should still be able to talk. It's your opinion, sir.
Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
Katie,
Thank you.
did you speak earlier in public comments?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, I would like to speak about the decorum rules. Part of the reason why we've gotten to the place where we are today is because the lack of respect and the lack of trust the people feel in the audience, and frankly, at home. And you all are not above the people. And so when people are being mocked as they come up to the stand, as people are being told, oh, you're a good little girl today because you're quiet, that's absolutely going against your own decorum rules. So what do you expect when the citizens come here outraged? Next, I'd like to talk about the gaslighting that's been going on about the tree issues. Commissioner Steele, you yourself sat here March 12th and looked at the staff and said to them, we're not going to be cutting any trees, are we? And I can play you back the video. Basically gaslighting the public. And here we are 2 weeks later. Tell me how this is not cutting down the trees. Of course the citizens want these stumps gone. Who would want to look at that? As speakers came up earlier today and were talking about the therapy that goes on that road, the importance of these trees for not only the environment, but for the road itself, the erosion of this road. I mean, there's a sign there. I was just there this weekend. There's a sign there that says, caution, road floods. So we're going to take out more oaks because of that. And I understand that your arborists say that